Hey everybody, welcome back to the Five Pines podcast. I'm your host, Jamie A.B. Today we're going to be talking about Mark Carney, but before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps get my video on the algorithm. And before you ask, why does this bitch not just get a job? I want to let you guys know that I did have a job. I worked really hard to get my job. I was actually a single mom in college to be able to get my job, and then I was forced to get to you-know-what, and my life has never been the same. My health has never been the same. So, I went back on default because, ironically, the first thing I went to school for was television and broadcasting. So I have ended up back here. I will be here before the election, during the election, after the election. I like to talk about cultural things, pop culture, societal problems, the government, all of those different things. So if that interests you, please subscribe and stay for more, because I see a lot of you guys are returning but not subscribed. So yeah, I can see that somehow in the YouTube analytics. So today we're going to be talking about Mark Carney. Okay. Mark Carney, the millionaire banker economist who's failed Britain and also failed Canada and put Canada down the toilet economically by advising Trudeau for the last 4 years. Is that the same guy? Oh, okay. This white privileged man who's this? Who is he with in these photos? Yeah, that's Mark Carney with Ghislaine Maxwell. That's literally Ghislaine Maxwell. He is going to crawl in between his wife and Ghislaine. Okay? Yeah, these photos are real. So I would just like to say, if you're a real feminist, why would you be voting for somebody who literally has hung out with Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand woman who helped him human traffic people? I'm just wondering why you would vote. I mean, not only because the other two candidates are, people who aren't white, which you guys seem to, pretend to like so much. And then the other one's a woman. I'm not sure why Mark Carney would be the choice. I know why it's the CCP's choice, because I'm shocked that we live in, I say shocked. I'm not shocked we live in a country where the CCP can interfere with your opponent's campaign. CCP has been interfering with Chrystia Freeland's campaign, and quite frankly, I think that Mark Carney should be disqualified for that. That makes no sense that there's already foreign interference and it's just okay. He's just allowed to keep running. Oh, okay. Yeah. I would also like to say the amount of bots Mark Carney has. I guess he's really ahead in the polls somehow, despite, not winning a single seat in the House of Commons. But they're showing, in the polls that he's doing really good on the media, that, is at risk of losing funding if Pierre Poilievre wins. And, I would also like to say a bunch of people signed up to vote for Ruby Dahlia. So I don't know if that could skew some of the numbers in the polls or like the bots. I don't know. Okay. We really only know who wins. And I'm not going to be like the Kamala Harris voters. Do you know how many Kamala Harris voter videos I have of them being like, we got this in the bag, there's no way he's going to win? I'm not going to be like that, okay? And then them crashing out the next day, hilarious. But I am very confident that Pierre has gone across this country for the last 2 years campaigning, met real life Canadians, and if there's one thing that I have learned from having a backseat of kind of learning how some people in my life had won certain campaigns, it was the door-to-door knocking, okay? It was the door-to-door knocking. It was the personable, the personal, the respectful, the listening. It was because they actually listened to people, okay? The NDP think, and the Liberals think they actually listen to people. They don't, or else we'd have an election right now, okay? And I truly think with all of the crime, with all of the poverty, with all of the shit Canadians are going through right now, Canadians do not want to put their trust in Liberals, but it is very only socially acceptable to be supportive of Liberals, okay? So I know a lot of people who have told me, I'm so glad you're speaking out against this. I feel like I can't speak out at all. I feel like if I talk, I'm going to be fired, or that my union won't have my back and stuff like that. So I do have faith that Pierre Poilievre will win. However, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do my part in being here, letting you guys know who Mark Carney really is and getting that message out there, because why the fuck would I ever want a globalist to run my country? Why? Why would I ever? And before you say Pierre's if you're PPC and you're in these comments, Pierre's a globalist. Okay, well, if Pierre's a globalist, then so is Maxime Bernier, because he's literally been to Davos. Okay? But there's a big difference between one candidate saying that he is going to put Canada first and one truly admitting that he's a fucking globalist. Okay? He said he was a globalist. He admitted it.
It works. I know how to get things done. I'm connected. I can deliver for the country. My weakness is, people will charge me as being elitist or a globalist, to use that term, which is, that's exactly, it happens to be exactly what we need.
No! He says his privilege and connection can help us get a bunch of stuff. Well, that's funny, because I thought the left hated CEOs and all of those sorts of things. So that sounds really weird to me, that the left would vote in someone who is a literal millionaire, who has literally hung out with Epstein. Well, Ghislaine. Okay, that's not even alleged. There's fucking photos of it. Might not have hung out with Jeffrey, I don't know. But he definitely hung out with Ghislaine. It's there. It's not even at like a random party. They're together at a picnic. Okay? Guys, and then yesterday we found out that he is literally, what does this say? That he owns a coal. New research has unearthed that Mark Carney's firm, Brookfield Asset Management, owned an Australian coal shipping port, the Dalrymple Bay Terminal, which supplied China with 5.8 million tons of dirty coal. And then the proof is in the comments here. Carney's role was the chair and head of impact investing at Brook Asset Management. Oof. Mr. Climate Change, which, by the way, all of these climate initiatives that Mark Carney has paid into are also horrible for the environment. Okay, it's not like these green things that they push that are so green are incredible for the environment either. Okay, let's look what a lithium pit looks like. Okay, and lithium is needed to make electric batteries for cars. These are lithium pits. These are so-called green options. Okay, then. I truly, and this is just me alleging, I truly think that the only way that Canada stays a sovereign nation is if Pierre's in. I know the left are out there being like, the only way we stay a sovereign nation is Mark Carney is in. Mark Carney is going to sell us to China, and that is why Trump probably wants to own Canada. Okay? My guess is that Pierre Poilievre will work with Trump, okay? As he said in his speech, he said he's going to, he's not going to sell Canada out. Like, if Trump doesn't want to work with him, he's got an option for that. But he says, overall, he wants to make both nations stronger and that we're going to be independent but work together and stuff like that. And pretty much Pierre has been saying that he wants to get down all of the things that Trump, has been threatening Trudeau with, to put the tariffs on, okay? So that's just my hypothesis, okay? A bunch of people out there are saying that they're going to sell Canada out to Russia. No. I'm pretty sure Mark Carney wants to sell us out to China, okay? And I don't think the states will put up with that. But that is just a hypothesis. That's not me trying to fear monger. That's my guess, because I have little faith in this government left. To me, Mark Carney seems like the granddaddy of climate change initiatives, and every single climate change initiative that I've seen has ensured that Canadians get poorer and poorer. And like I said in my other videos, I knew that this was all bullshit when they stop our pipelines, they stop extracting minerals and resources from our land, but are completely okay with exploiting it from other parts of the earth. That doesn't make sense to me. And then it takes more fucking energy and shit to get all of that energy back to us when we have the resources to do the stuff at home. I have no idea what Mark Carney wants to do, okay, when it comes to pushing through things using the Emergency Act. But every single time I've seen him on the news, he literally is not good at this. Justin Trudeau, then it pains me to say that Justin Trudeau is better at this, because I don't want to say stuff like that, okay? I don't give Trudeau props to anything. But just Mark Carney needs to understand that the moment he is elected, we are not going to forget the fact that he has been advising Justin Trudeau for the last 5 years. And why do you think we've had flags saying fuck Trudeau? We can easily get ones that say fuck Carney, okay? Canadians are savvy. I bet they already fucking exist, okay? He's been embarrassed to call himself Canadian, okay? He has shut down so many pipelines in the UK or Britain or whatever it is. I don't even know. And ruined their economy. And there's so many women who speak up about that, okay? So go listen to women, since you guys believe women all the time. Do you? Do you believe women when they're talking about why they're voting for conservatism? Or do you believe women? You know what? We're not, that's another episode, okay? Because I'm going to talk about how feminism has failed me, okay, in another episode. While I say that, a hive has appeared on my forehead out of nowhere. I have had hives every single day since getting those things in 2021. And they just appear out of nowhere. Well, I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. So that's great, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways, Mark Carney I just don't understand how someone could be installed as our president. If that ever happened with conservatives, I would be calling it out. Okay? The left is silent. And we'll see. I don't even know when the fuck we're supposed to hear who is leading the Liberals into the next election, but damn, it's taking a long time while they just chill, while, they go after Canadians for $22,000 after they shut down and took away our communities, our villages, and our, grandparents and daycares and whatever. But, thank God you guys are taking your time to pick your leader. Which I don't know why they're even doing this, because we all know this is a show. We all know they're going to pick Carney. Carney's the obvious choice of who they're pushing forward, whether that be the media, whether that be, all of the bots, the CCP. That's what everybody wants. So I don't know why it has to take 3 months. Oh, I do know why. Because one last time before Trudeau goes, he has to fuck us, doesn't he? And I've said it before on my TikTok, and maybe I'll upload a video saying it once I'm more monetized, so my name doesn't get squashed in the algorithm once again. But I had a video on TikTok that was called climate change initiatives equals communism opener. And with that, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Sorry if this is once again a random video. People in my house are still sick. It was my son's birthday last night, and then a whole bunch of other stuff happened. So it's been a crazy couple of days. But I'm here making a video talking about Mark Carney because I don't want him to win. Doing my due diligence out there, because I can't really do much else but use my voice. So I'm here. But who you guys think is going to win? I would love to see Ruby Dahlia go up against Pierre Poilievre. That would be a great show. But we all know that one. They will never let Ruby. I'm surprised they even let her be a Liberal after this. So anyways, have a good one, guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And let me know. Do you guys like Mark Carney? Or do you think he's a snake elitist